So that is it, full time 4-0 to Liverpool at Anfield, and an embarrassing, woeful, disgraceful performance from Man United. I'm taking anything away from Liverpool, because not only were Man United disgraceful and appalling, Liverpool were unstoppable, world beaters. And I think we're looking at one of the, if not the greatest team right now on the planet. They were absolutely amazing. But for that, guys, if you're new to the channel, please do smash that like button and do subscribe. It does really help. We're growing fast, and that's all down to you, so thank you. But let's get right into it. Two different sides, and I think a lot of Man United fans were kidding themselves today if they thought they were ever going to get a result. Recently, performance has been poor. The team's really disjointed, dismantled. Does anyone know the brand and style? I don't think anyone does. And the fact that they allowed so many shots against Norwich in the last game, I think it was 15 chances they allowed Norwich. You can allow sides like Norwich to do that, but you cannot allow sides like Liverpool to do it. And they played so openly, considering that they put in a formation where they were playing 3 or 5 at the back with the low block. It was so open. The gap between the strike force, the front 3, and the defence and the midfield was just mental. I could not fathom what on earth was going on. It's appalling, really. But let's talk about Liverpool before we discuss all the players in that Man United system. Liverpool today, every single one, man for man, were class. My man of the match has to be Thiago. As much as Salah, yes, he got a goal. Luis Diaz did play well. Sadio Mane played well, but Thiago he kept the ball moving, and in those channels, he was the one creating those passes. Because yes, Man United were so open, but you've still got to find those passes to that front 3 in space. And not only that, that front 3 is just. I never thought it could have been stronger when it was Mane, Salah, and Jota earlier on in the season. But I think we found the partnership now, the trio. That is the strongest way. That front 3 is, wow, just you cannot describe how good it is. The fact that Mane has adapted. When we look at Mane, and we don't see him as the main guy in that front 3, do we? Let's be honest now. But Mane has adapted so much since he joined Liverpool. When he first joined, he was played on the right. Then he moved over to the left when Salah joined, and now he's moved over to the middle because Luis Diaz has joined. And he's performed so well. When you look at it, that goal he took, let's be honest, that goal was so good. But yeah, a goal and assist for Sadio Mane, Luis Diaz, a goal and an assist, and Mo Salah, 2 goals, 1 assist. That's just crazy. It just shows you how effective and efficient they are as a front 3. So good. But when you look at the stats throughout the game, 72% possession to Liverpool, 14 shots, 5 on target. That just shows you how clinical they are. Because the fact they've only had 5 shots on target and they've scored 4, what a performance. And the thing is, I think they took their gas off the pedal. That first half, it could have been 7 or 8 easily if they'd taken their chances. And then they came out in the second half, and I think I can see why it happened, because it's extremely difficult to keep playing at that level when the opposition just offered absolutely nothing. They just kind of got a bit lazy. Man United, as much as people can say, oh, they had chances, they didn't really have any clinical chances. When you look, they had how many shots on target? They had 1 shot on target with 2 shots total in that game. They didn't really have any chances. They didn't have any moments. They had a couple of times where Liverpool gave the ball away, but then you saw Klopp lose it on the side, and then Liverpool came back to the Liverpool that we know. They went back to what they were good at, moving the ball fast, passing it around, switching it from side to side, and that's what they do well. They don't force situations. They play it into the strike force. That front 3 receives the ball, pass it back to Fabinho or Henderson or Thiago, and then they move it on in his back until they create spaces, drag players out of position. And one thing I don't understand, so the Man United, they did play a 5 at the back. You know with Luis Diaz and you know with Mohamed Salah that they're coming in, but the gap between the full-back and the centre-back, that channel, they just said to Mo Salah, have it. They said the same to Luis Diaz. It was as if they said, okay, we know Salah and we know Luis Diaz want to come in towards goal, so let's give him a free pass to go. I just did not understand it. Didn't understand anything that was going on. I thought Virgil van Dijk looked a little bit shaky at times. I think it was just overconfidence, because he wasn't really. Marcus Rashford offered nothing up top. They were never really hurt. I thought Trent was class again today. Matip, wow. That second goal might have been one of the best goals I've ever seen. 25 passes, touched 10 players. The only player it didn't touch was Virgil van Dijk in that goal. And wow, that Matip pass to Mane, and then the Mane pass, just everything about it is amazing. But then, as much as a great goal, that just shows you the difference in levels between these two sides. Man United never on the turn. They were never on the spin. They were never ready. It was so slow. Everything, all their movements. And the thing I think the worst part about Man United's performance is the laziness. the willingness to there was no willingness to run, no willingness to fight. The only person that I even wanted to fight was that Hannibal who came on. And yes, potentially he could have been sent off. I don't think he would have. He showed a little bit of fight, something. Someone put himself about. Because you look at the rest of the squad, everyone was embarrassing. I didn't see Fernandes do anything. Alanga, I thought, had a poor game. Rashford wasn't offered any service, but when he did, he took that one chance and he should have controlled it with his left foot, but he didn't. Matic thought was poor. Pogba, we didn't really get a chance. I feel bad for Phil Jones, but the same thing. You can't feel bad for these players. They're Premier League players. It's not good enough. That back three looked awful, and I thought David De Gea had a shocker today. When you look, he made one save all game, one save, and a couple of times he punched at crosses. Passing accuracy wasn't great. You look through, it's not good enough. Let's be honest. And the problem is, I think you could see the two levels, because I've had a lot of hate recently on this channel because I don't think David De Gea is a very good goalkeeper anymore in this modern day. And you see in this modern era, Alisson, how many times he saved himself he was always ready to come out, whereas David De Gea is stuck on his line, and a few times about all the goals, he's just planted on his line. And I'm not saying he's at fault for anything. I just think he could just take the game just slightly differently, come out, be commanding, be confident, because your back three behind you are never going to be confident if they know there's a goalkeeper behind them that's not in form. I don't understand why Sancho didn't start. I thought Sancho was very good when he came on. I thought Sancho was the only player in that Man United side who looked good. And I think you could see the difference between him and the rest of the team when he came on. He looked so clear of the rest of his team. But overall, if anyone can try and explain to me what was the game plan, what was the style, what was the identity. And the thing is, I can respect a side that go to Liverpool, go to Anfield. It's not an easy place to go to and have a game plan. If someone can tell me if there was no low block, as much as people might say the defence was a low block, the midfield wasn't a low block. There was no continuity between the whole side, and that is my problem. Ralph Rangnick, I think, has showed he's a very, very low grade manager. And there are big, big issues. You look at this squad, it's simply not good enough. Man for man, you combine 11, you wouldn't have a single Man United player in that squad, in that side. Absolutely no chance. A lot of dead wood that needs to be gone in that Man United side. And it's going to be a long, long rebuild. And I do feel for Ten Hag because he's got a huge job on his hands. But overall, Liverpool, as I said, have shown how good they are. Amazing. My man of the match has to be Thiago, but Mo Salah, I'm glad he's got on the score sheet. He's kind of silenced the haters that have said he's in a bit of a goal drought and in a bit of a slump. So fair play, what a performance. 3 goal contributions from him. What a performance from Liverpool. Man United, embarrassing, woeful, disgraceful. But let me know, guys, your thoughts on that game. Liverpool 4-0, and it's making it interesting now. They've gone back top of the table. The pressure is now back on Man City against Brighton. It's not an easy game, but they've done everything they can do now, Liverpool, and that's all they can do. Performances like that will get them far. But yeah, let me know your thoughts, guys. Who your man of the match was, everything about the game. Thank you for watching, and I feel sorry if you're a Man United fan because times are difficult at the moment, and that just showed you. It's 5 steps back since Ollie went. Thank you for watching, guys. Smash the like button and do subscribe. BucketHatSam over and out. Thank you. Goodbye.